Welcome to the right side, where my ears are all wrong. I don't know why this is so difficult today. It's because Amy Beth's not here.
Yep.
It all falls apart every time. I'm Allison Sinclair with JP. Abs has gone to Montgomery. She has really important things to do without us today.
Abs is now part of the deep state.
She is. She's an establishment hack, which she was, as soon as we started Rightside, especially if you hang out with me, since I am the power.
Yep.
It, I don't know why she tried to fake it all these months, but she's in Montgomery doing her commission stuff. Did everybody miss that announcement?
I don't even think people know what we're talking about.
Well, it was because Will Ainsworth, when he was on the show, he so casually mentioned it.
Yeah. It was our tailgate show? Yeah.
It was our tailgate show, and he pops up and says, "Oh, by the way, Amy Beth, and I nominated
you to be on a commission to commission.
It's a commission of women's health. And so she's in Montgomery in a fancy meeting, and JP and I are just going to try and hold it together. You should have seen us before the show. So much to coordinate. We do have a good show, though. We're going to make it without abs. We have word of the day. We have a little montage. Okay, the foreigners that have shown up to the Americas for FIFA's World Cup are just in awe of our country. And it's so, I love it because it's, what's the word? It is poetic justice. Because they hate us and the Europeans look down on us and we're so uneducated and we don't wear shoes and we wear ball caps everywhere. Slobs, but they love us. And the Scots are here, the Brits are here, the South Africans are here, and they are loving it. They're loving Buc-ee's and Chili's and ribs. They're playing bagpipes in the morning. So we're just going to walk through kind of what the Europeans are saying. We love this place. Then we'll yammer. And then we have Caitlin Bussey.
We do.
Who, God love her. She just, she's in a different time zone.
It's the first time she's done that, though.
And she, at 9:30, she was like, I'm ready. Is this the right link? And we're like, girl, you're an hour early.
An hour.
We'll see you in a minute. We've got Clown World. We have a montage. We've got some state level news. There's a raccoon involved.
Can Tuesday just get here already? I'm so sick of it at this point.
The fact that there is Charlie the Raccoon has made it into Alabama politics. And if you don't know Charlie the Raccoon, stick around. You might die.
You might die.
I don't know, of laughter, of this can't get any more ridiculous. I actually have the backstory on Charlie, so I will give that to y'all when the time comes. But first, let's start, as we always do, with the word of the day.
You're dancing solo today.
It's not as fun.
3, 2, 1.
I like this word of the day. I don't know where Abs gets her word of the day.
Merriam-Webster.
Well, this is just what. Oh, that's what this is. Okay, you're never going to guess this.
Okay.
Do you want me to, let me give you the word and then you can guess what it means, because I think that's sometimes more fun.
Okay.
Brad, don't type. Blandishments.
Blandishments?
Blandishments. BLANDISHMENT. Don't you dare look it up.
I'm not.
You're mousing.
I'm not.
Put the mouse down.
The mouse is away. Blandishments.
Blandishments.
I think, would it be?
There are lots of blandishments being used in the political arena today.
Insults?
The opposite.
Oh.
Nice things that you say or do to convince someone to do something, typically used in the plural form. They're pleasant remarks or actions intended to persuade someone to do something.
Oh.
Example. This is funny. A politician might say his vast wealth made him immune to the blandishments of corporate interests,
Oh, so trying to like buy you.
indicating that he is not swayed by flattery or enticing offers.
Makes sense.
I don't know many politicians that aren't swayed by blandishments.
Not a lot. There's a few.
Which would you say is the least blandish, mentory politician you know?
Ernie Yarborough.
What about on a national level?
Massey, probably.
Yeah.
Massey, Marjorie Taylor Greene probably was one of them. It's funny, it's all the people that Trump has pushed away.
They do not give in to his blandishments, unlike the majority of people.
Yeah, I don't know. Whenever I think about the crowds or the people, I'm not saying all the legislators are bad people, but whenever I think of who would I want, like if I could pick one legislator that I would pack the state house with, and every legislator be this legislator, the first one always comes to mind is Ernie Yarborough, for sure.
And they hate him.
They hate him. Yeah, there's a reason.
There's a reason.
Mm-hmm. Let me think of let's find a good Gen Z word of the day.
You don't. There was one I thought of.
Let's see. Oh, okay. This is used to describe something, or used to describe how exceptional something is. Like this food blank, and it ends with an S. This food blank.
Bussin'?
No.
This food.
It's a synonym of that.
This food, it ends in an S?
Yeah, it's like a verb almost. It blanks.
It cooks.
No. You're on the right track.
Tracks.
No.
What's it start with? Slaps.
It slaps.
I like that.
Yeah.
I don't like slapping, but I like slaps.
Slaps.
This food slaps.
It's a good Gen Z word of the day.
I think that. Never mind.
Say it.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Okay.
Never mind.
You're gonna get in trouble.
I was gonna get in trouble, and I had a filter, which doesn't normally happen. I really do appreciate your Gen Z. I'm impressed with how much I already know, but you've given a lot of clarification, because sometimes I'll say things and you have to remind me, like the other day when I said, you're on fleck. Our outfits are on. It's fleek.
It's fleek.
It's fleek. I need just minor adjustments.
But you say bet, unironically. You use a lot of Gen Z. You text like a Gen Zer.
I don't use all lowercase though.
No, you don't. But it took me a while to. I kind of still texted like I was just getting to know y'all, and then the more I saw how you text like a Gen Zer. So now I'm just all like the guards down in terms of like I say you instead of IOU. I'll do abbreviations. I don't care, because you always do like the multiple letters in a word, like what's a good one, like stop or
hey
or maybe.
Or my favorite is anytime I call you, how's it gonna go? Ring, ring, ring. What are you gonna say?
A lot of times I just go yo.
You'll say yo, and I'll be like, "What's up, slut?"
Yeah. Sometimes I'll go, "What up, ho?
What up, ho?" Yeah. No. Normally you're like yo.
Yo.
Really bored with it though.
I don't know why. That's just.
You just are really calm about the yo.
Yeah. Or yellow.
Sup. Hey, I want to play. Do you want to do Charlie the Raccoon, or do you want to do We Love America, though we hated on it for all these years?
Let's do We Love America, because Charlie the Raccoon is in the montage, actually. So
you put it in the montage? I said, do not look at social media this morning. This was going to be our first reaction video, and you put it in the montage.
I didn't know that was the video. But you know what's funny though? When I watched it, I go, "Oh, that's probably the video." But then I saw you retweeted it and posted it like you just saw it. Like,
yeah, but you
2
weren't
hours.
supposed. I was delayed. I wasn't sure. I was formulating what to do with Charlie.
But your delayed made me go, "Oh, that's not it," because you would have done that at 5 a.m.
Dang it!
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm going to have to pull up our show on. Hey, there we are. Oh God, I feel like funny. You can't see my eyeballs in the hat. It just was It's Friday. All right. So I'm gonna watch. Hold on.
You're talking to us.
It's a little delay. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, my hair's sticking out though.
Okay, cool. It is 12 o'clock at night. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Nothing. No one. I mean, completely spotless, clean. I just took a walk all the way down there. Midnight. It's freaking midnight, and I'm completely safe. And I'm a white person walking around. That's so cool.
Yeah. You want one Coke Zero or two?
I can refill this 1,000 times.
Yeah, but you won't drink 1,000 cups of
You don't know
Coca-Cola.
me. And it's free.
You paid for it. You paid it.
Once.
Bro, slow down. Slow down.
It's cold.
Fabio, slow down. Slow down.
Whoa. I know you're from where you're from.
We're foreign. What we don't know what we're doing.
Stop with the knife.
No, you don't need a knife.
No, you pull it apart with your hand. And listen, hold up. And you take your fingers and you lift that up and you eat it.
Okay.
Not with a fork.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Sorry.
Enjoy holding your food and eat it like that.
I
It's
do.
okay
I
here to
love
do it.
eating with
Okay.
hands. Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay. No.
I'm sorry I let it get that far.
No.
Our mistake. Our mistake completely.
We're not used to meat being soft enough to just rip it apart without a knife.
Okay.
I mean, that's not normal. Mate, cheers.
Cheers.
The better ribs in America. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Now I'm hungry.
Is that not awesome?
Yes, that's good.
So the first story is actually a little sad, but again, it just oh, you didn't put the Scottish guys playing the bagpipes. They're really good.
Oh, well, fun.
But the first guy is Jason Bramlett, who actually lives in Alabama. He is from South Africa. He moved here. He's a farmer. I've messaged with him on X trying to get him onto a podcast with us because his story is pretty remarkable. But you watch, he actually just was in DC this week meeting with President Trump. Elon Musk reposts him and talks about him a lot because he's in awe. He was in DC. Okay, this is how crazy it is. We would go to DC and be like, oh my goodness, watch your back. You might get stabbed in Navy Yard. But you have a pretty good chance of making it home. You know, he was walking around DC and just, it was late at night, could not believe how clean everything was, how great everything looked, how safe everything was. That's probably his trip back. He's driving back to Alabama from DC. He stops at a Love's gas station at midnight to refill. And the video keeps going. He's off the interstate. You can see the bridge to the interstate. But he just is in awe. He said, it's midnight. It's dark. I'm on the side of the road. I'm going to walk to the bridge in the interstate and I'm not going to get robbed or murdered. Or there's a semi truck that's driving kind of slowly that passes him on the road. And he said, in South Africa, that truck, if you drive that slow, you are getting looted. You are getting set on fire. You are getting targeted as a white person driving down the road. And so it makes you go, wow.
Yeah. What was his statement?
Wow.
He was like, I'm white and I'm safe or something like that.
Yeah. He just, it's the most amazing things that we take for granted. And he just cannot get over. Yeah. There's a video of him walking through his street and he's like, there's no trash on the ground. There's no fences everywhere in South Africa. Every home has to have, you know, armed security and these high fences so that you can just survive on the inside. And then you have to take armored cars out to go to the grocery store. It's bizarre. Yeah. But going on
wait. Do you want to play the Scottish bagpipes
because
first?
it's funny.
Okay. That's
So that's an Airbnb. And I don't know where they are, but the guy that lives across the street said the Scottish guys came in for the game. They came in late in the middle of the night, but he woke up at like 6:30 in the morning and they were outside in their kilts playing bagpipes.
that's sick.
And they had hung all those flags outside. The Italian guy with the refills is hysterical.
Yeah, it
He
is.
just he can't get over the free refills. And they don't do ice in Europe.
No,
It's
they
a
don't.
whole thing. And so then he's got a brain freeze, but he's trying to get his money's worth. The ribs, their eyeballs about fell out of. Can you imagine eating bangers and mash or potato? I don't know what the food is not, it's not great. So America is pretty awesome.
It is.
We have our issues, but the world is seeing, do you see Kay Ivey, Ron DeSantis, the Department of State, all these people are retweeting Freddie, the German.
Yeah. Like it's almost like he's amazed because, well, I don't know if it's just because he didn't know what to expect, or you hear all these bad things about Alabama from, people who don't live here or liberals in general. And then you go and go into the Wiregrass and just South Alabama and how gorgeous it is, the beaches and just the overall scenery. It's like old Southern, sort of an aristocrat feel of just. I remember one of the videos he posted was all of these kind of old Southern houses, but had the columns in front, and he was like, "These are just normal houses. These are like mansions in Europe." But people don't realize that. It's a good thing because Alabama stays a secret, but that's just like normal America. It's another part we take for granted, and people from Europe where it's just like bland and cloudy and on the most beautiful continent in the world, I firmly believe, for sure, in terms of just casual beauty across our country. But it is funny because whenever people who aren't here come and they're like, "This is amazing," and then you have to be like, "Oh yeah, like I do live in a pretty cool spot," and you don't think about it. And it's also like with the soccer game at Jordan Hare, and they were posting of like, "This is the biggest, most amazing stadium I've ever seen." And you're like, "That's just a normal SEC stadium." Like we see that every weekend.
There's an eagle flying.
Yeah, you don't think about it, but then that is pretty sick. How many does Jordan Hare have? Like 80,000 people just packed. It's like that's not normal everywhere else. So
and think about how in America you can go from Florida beaches to the Rocky Mountains to the West Coast to I mean, you have so many different diverse places to see. I think it's pretty cool. Freddie said he could live in Fairhope. He loved Fairhope. And then he was driving and he said it was the most bizarre thing. He was listening to the radio and they were talking about him and his journey across America. And then they started playing Ella Langley for him.
Oh, really?
Another Alabama native. It's funny. It's a pretty cool spot.
Yeah,
We take it for granted. And 26% of Democrats say they would prefer to live somewhere else than America.
And go.
Okay, go.
Yeah.
Go.
Brad from Crimestone, he said they don't do ice in Europe, and unless you specify still water, you get sparkling water, which is I've noticed very quickly. It says, which is quite the surprise if you're not expecting it.
I love gas water.
I don't understand that.
That's a word of the day, Gen Z.
What?
Gas.
Gas, yeah.
That's a good one.
I remember being over there and just everything was sparkling. But then of course my sister, I could drink it. I preferred not to, but I could drink it. But my sister could not drink sparkling water. And so it was the biggest nightmare to try and find water bottles at like gas stations or grocery stores that weren't sparkling. So my sister could drink water while over there. But I still don't understand why that is. Is it just they like it? But it's so mainstream. It's not like a niche. Like, no, it's almost niche to drink still water over there.
Well, when we were in Italy 2 years ago, we at the Colosseum. I can't remember. It was one of the places, and they had it was a water fountain, but it was a fancy water fountain, and it was almost like a Coke machine water fountain. And there was a huge long line for water. And at first I got in the huge long line, and then I was like, "There's a whole other water fountain. Why is nobody going over there?" all the Americans were waiting for the still water. And I was like, I want the gas. So I went over and got it. But that's just how normal it is. That, you don't just have a water fountain. You've got bubbles.
Wait, you were in Italy 2 years ago?
2 summers ago, yeah.
What?
In July. Did we cross paths?
I was in Italy in July 2 summers ago at the Coliseum. And
wait, when Trump got shot?
Mm-hmm.
Were you there?
Wait, no. I was, okay, not that week. I was there 4th of July week.
You were there right before us.
Mm-hmm. We went to Paris. We spent the first half of the week in Paris, did Normandy, and then went to Rome for the second half of the week.
Yeah. Well, I'll never forget waking up to the text of the shooting.
I remember being, I was here for that. Remember that.
Yeah. Well, do you want to yammer? How much time do we have?
Rammer yammer?
Were we gonna yammer?
Let me push the break 2 minutes so we can.
We don't have to push the break.
Well, I mean, unless we just want 2 minutes of yammer.
We can yammer fast.
Okay, fine. Yammer.
Can you go first?
Yeah, let me share my screen here. So there's been a lot of talk about, at least we've talked about it a good bit, this, the college sports world in general, but this Ted Cruz bill that Tommy Tuberville said he would oppose because he thinks he can come up with a better one. This is a Yellowhammer story from Sawyer Knowles. It says, Tuberville to force Senate action on college sports bill. Quote, it's become free agency. Tommy Tuberville said he will force Senate action on his college sports reform bill this week, hotlining the Student Athlete Act as the battle over NIL and the transfer portal intensifies on Capitol Hill. So his bill is still sitting there. Hadn't done any. Nobody's.
What doesn't he like about Ted Cruz's bill?
Tuberville's bill takes a stripped down approach. 5 years of eligibility to play 5 seasons with no red shirts and no exceptions, plus a one-time transfer. He argued the Commerce Committee bill overreaches by wading into scheduling, conference realignment, and lawsuits, and criticized the proposed waiver committee he said would gut the eligibility standards.
I think that's going to take some digging into to
Plus,
fully understand.
He went on my show when I had a sports radio show on the Ump in Huntsville. He came on, and I remember he was talking about his NIL bill. This is when he was trying to get this thing going, and he said that the Democrats, to get any Democrat support like Cory Booker and Hakeem Jeffries, they said, we're not going to sign on to anything that doesn't give the college athletes a union. And that's when he was like, what can, because you have to have bipartisan support to get this done. So I think that's part of the problem too.
Just do something.
Yeah.
Texas Tech is melting down. We don't have time to get into that, but it is just it's like second-hand embarrassment. Yeah. Third hand. I don't know where that came from. Okay, President Trump, this is a post yesterday. Steve Deace reposted it. President Trump was asked whether he regrets endorsing Randy Feenstra in Iowa's gubernatorial primary after Feenstra lost to Zach Lan. Trump praised Lan as much more Trump than Randy and says he would have endorsed him if given the proper information. So the question is, who's giving Donald Trump his information, and what decides if he endorses them or not? And if you don't know all the candidates, are your endorsements really as tight as you say they are?
That's a good question.
Kind of scary. All right, we will be back with the Caitlin Bussey for the Bussey Brief after this.
The Right Side. I am Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP, and we are thrilled to be joined by Miss Alabama 2026 Ruby Tillman. Ruby, welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
We're so happy you're here. So for starters, how about let's take a moment to, well, let me just ask it this way. How much money have you won in scholarship dollars?
So in kind and cash scholarships, I've won over $264,000. And the cash scholarship for Miss Alabama was $15,000 this year. I earned additional scholarship by winning the STEM award, which is for women pursuing degrees or careers in STEM. And the total for just this year was over $18,000.
I think people forget, like people that haven't been Miss Alabama, like these two, we kind of forget that there's the whole scholarship component to this. Like they would have never allowed me to enter into a pageant. But tell us kind of how you got started, where you're from, because you grew up in Florida, went to the University of Alabama. when did you start your pageant journey?
Yes. So I started competing when I was 13 years old, and I fell in love with the organization immediately. So this is my 10th year competing. Not necessarily competing. I spent several years volunteering as well in the years between teen and Miss. But I competed for Miss Florida's teen for 3 years before I won that title in 2021. And I received a scholarship to the University of Alabama, which brought me here. And as soon as I came to the University of Alabama, I had opportunities to be immersed in communities across our state through the University Fellows experience. And that is one of the experiences and the opportunities that I truly credit to falling in love with Alabama. And I began work in Marion, and that is what a lot of my community service initiative is centered around. And just being able to invest in communities that I never would have otherwise had the opportunity to do. So much of that interest and passion was lit within this organization. And then during my undergraduate education, I had sworn off pageants. I was like, I'm not a pageant girl. Like, I'm not going to go back. And then I won Miss University of Alabama and I was hooked again. Came back to Miss Alabama this year as Miss Birmingham because I had been accepted to the University of Alabama at Birmingham's medical school and was set to start on July 27th. And I was very excited about that.
Wow.
But ended up being Plan B. So that is a very long story of how I got here. And I'm really excited for this opportunity.
So you talked about your community service, social impact initiative.
Mhm.
I know we renamed things.
Yes.
I'm old enough that it was the community
Platform.
service. It was called our platform. And we were involved in communities with volunteerism, with an issue that was near and dear to our heart. But could you expand on that? Because I don't think a lot of people know, even if they know there's a scholarship, there's a whole nother component to being Miss Alabama and being a participant in the pageant.
Absolutely. My community service initiative, which when I started, it was also a platform. So don't think that you're too
She's
bad.
basically saying you're not old.
Yeah, you're not too old.
You're not
Maria.
that old.
You're good. You're
Lady.
But when it started off and it was a platform, I actually had an organization called Many Musicians, and that's what happens when you let a 12-year-old name a platform. And it grew into a nonprofit. Started off as community events that featured young musicians and raised money for fine arts programs. And then over the course of the 8 years that I did that, we've raised over $100,000, which was something very near and dear to my heart as a musician myself. And it benefited a lot of the music programs that wouldn't otherwise receive funding allocation because they're Title I schools and they have greater need. And when I came to the University of Alabama, that was still very much a passion of mine. But I saw that there was far greater need in rural Alabama than for music education. And one of the things that led me to Many Musicians in the first place was my parents' philosophy that with your growing skill set and with your growing knowledge, you have a responsibility to the people around you. And so as that knowledge grew, the knowledge of the communities that I was in, the knowledge that I was gaining through my education, I just felt the need to change what I was doing and who I was serving. And that's when I adopted 57 Miles. And it's now an organization that connects UA students to service opportunities in Marion, Alabama. And we do hands-on service in areas of education, healthcare, and history and culture. So it can look like a lot of different things as far as the boots on the ground service, but there's also a component behind it that is really important to me because I fell in love with this state because of service learning opportunities within my university, but they're scarce and they're hard to justify. So I've created a model for university-sponsored service learning that's now being adopted by Samford University and Troy University, and I'm hoping to take it across the state this year.
That's incredible.
My
Also,
word.
That's incredible, right? And also, guys, just for our enjoyment, I hope you enjoyed the drill sounds. Perhaps you hear them. So sorry about that. But that's absolutely incredible. So it's called 57.
Welcome back, y'all. Just one of those days. Sorry about the hat. Sorry, not sorry.
I was kidding, by the way.
Yeah, JP said, I was like, it's just not feeling that great. He's like, yeah, it's the hat. Thanks, JP.
I was kidding.
Hey, we have Caitlin Bussey, I think.
We do.
She's been sitting there for an hour, I guess, just watching the show. She was early. What, the time change, that's why we just need to kind of get rid of all the time changes. Let's just be all the same. It is confusing.
It is. We always talk about 10:30. I've been in Alabama. I've been in Mexico. I'm going to California Sunday. I cannot keep my time zone straight. So I was like, I guess I'm here an hour early. But how are you? Haven't seen you forever.
I know. Where have you been?
Everywhere. Everywhere. Just
I
be
saw
walking
you in a
around.
fancy dress somewhere.
Between work, weddings, bachelorette trips, I can't sit still. So
the life of Caitlin Bussey is so boring and exhausting.
How are you though? I love the hat. I don't care what anyone says.
I mean, it's Friday, and I just
the hat and hoops is iconic.
Is it? Look at that. I knew I liked you. Thank you. JP told me I just needed to go home, basically.
Oh, I did.
Yes, he did. He's like, yeah, Amy Beth isn't here, so I didn't have to contend with her fabulousness because she looks together every day. And I was like, JP will show up in a t-shirt, so at least I'll beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can always beat me.
You don't have on sweatpants, though, do you?
No, I got black
jeans. He's gone.
I almost did. I grabbed the sweatpants and I go, nope, I'm not doing it.
Stepping it up. Okay, before you take off this weekend, Caitlin, tell us what the heck, why we are still talking about the Save America Act. And I don't know how you feel, but it's kind of like the war in Iran. I'm like, just tell me when it's over. I don't want to talk about peace deals and negotiations and ceasefires and straits, Hormuz, whatever. Just tell me when it's done. Is it going to happen or not?
I think what we're seeing with this Save America Act is a result of poor leadership in the Senate, unfortunately. The fact that President Trump is even having to intervene and be like, we're going to throw it in a reconciliation package, like it's got to get passed. I don't know enough about the policy itself other than the voter ID measures that, to me, I think it started out as something kind of like a Christmas tree bill where everyone was getting to like throw their little amendments in. And that's kind of where everything got messy and why Dems just like weren't agreeing to it. And, nowadays everything is so theatrical. It's a talking point. So it's like, if I'm a Dem in DC, Trump is super for the Save America Act. I hate Trump, all this stuff. It's like, of course they're not going to go for it regardless. But, voter ID is pretty bipartisan. No one has any issues with it. At least, I think the stat is about 84% or something like that. So, I mean, it should be passed with no questions asked. I don't know what the holdup is. And, we're seeing in places like California where it could be very beneficial. I don't know if y'all have seen all the videos of the homeless people on Skid Row that are their vote is essentially bought for Karen Bass for $2. Who knows who else they're propping up, but it's just ridiculous. It shouldn't be like that. That's not what America's about. It never has been. I don't know how long they've been doing that, but it needs to stop. And if it's going on both sides, then that also needs to stop. So I just think it's pretty ridiculous, honestly.
Yeah, we did a little segment about that because I thought, I didn't know if it was illegal in California to pay for votes. I mean, like even if it was with a meal or whatever they were paying. And I started going, why aren't Republicans doing it? And we've got to start playing that game. Turns out it is illegal to do that, but it's just, you watch what happened to Spencer Pratt. And I can't remember who it was. Somebody, it was a California actor that's a Republican or conservative or something, at least not a crazy Dem, was on maybe Jesse Waters. And he was like, this is maybe a week before the election. He said, Spencer Pratt will win, but they will not let him win. And was already calling it out that there's no way that they are going to, in the end, let him win that nomination. And we watched it. Even J.D. Vance was so casual about, yeah, they stole it. You look at the numbers. It's weird. You can vote for a month. You can't go on like this. But what do you do? It's just, and then you can't get the Save America Act passed.
Yeah, it's so backwards in California. And you can seriously fill out a mail-in ballot. If it's postmarked the day of election day, it still counts. So if it's like a couple days after the election and it's completely an honor code. There's no fact check or anything. I can write the date of like this and ship it off. and it doesn't make any sense. You've seen it with a lot of things. You've seen it with the Steve Hilton race as well. I think his was too big to rig, is what I like to say. But I'm happy that we have a Republican representing California, because there's a lot of people there that are sick and tired of what's going on there and that are ready for the change. And I think at least the representation will be on the ballot in November at a statewide level. I hate it for Spencer Pratt. I think he's a great candidate, and I think he'll definitely be back. But it's just crazy.
I actually get texts from Steve Hilton. Did you know that?
Really?
I get texts from him. Yeah, and he says he needs my help to win. And honestly, I've thought about giving, because I'm so impressed. And that's actually, we talked about this as well. Scott Beeson, who used to be a state senator here in Alabama, and this is like early 2000s when he was running, and he said we would always just say you've got to win about 20% more than you think you do just to overcome the cheating, and that's in Alabama. And so I think that's like with Steve Hilton, amazing, and he just beat the system. And then you look at what Joe Biden, but nothing happened. So we've got to start getting.
You really have to tote the line of your messaging there, because too much fraud messaging, you're going to have no turnout in November, because Republicans across the board are pretty level-headed people, I would like to think. So if I know that my vote's not going to count, I'm not going to waste my time standing in line or doing all the things to do it. You know what I mean? Yep. So you really have to be careful there with the messaging and still restore the faith in our election system, while also, and I will say, like, California's laws are just weird. It always has taken a long time to get the results in, which I think is ridiculous. We have states like Texas and Florida that, the same night. So it always raises an eyebrow, especially with social media now, and the question of all these videos popping up of, these homeless people. They're like, yeah, they gave me $2 to vote for Karen Bass. Like, what about it? Can you give me $5 to do something else? Like, they don't care. So it's like, they'll tell you whatever. So it's pretty interesting seeing everyone go down to Skid Row now and see who they voted for. So
maybe
I think
Republicans should start going and buying votes, because
I know it's illegal, but I'm like, y'all, come on. Like, something's got to give. Like, we can't just keep letting this happen.
Okay, y'all stick with me. I think if Republicans started doing it, the left might have to prosecute and be like, that's illegal. And then it shuts the whole operation down.
No, what's going to happen is we offer them 5, then they're going to come with 10. Then we do 15, and then they do 20. And then eventually they're just going to buy out all of Skid Row.
Yeah. Hey, maybe it'll fix the homelessness problem too.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, I know JP wants to really talk about this UFC fight on the White House lawn. I'm sure you've passed it, and we'll get there. But you were talking about messaging, and I think that's so important. There is a balance, and I'm curious. We've said all week, we are so done with this election in Alabama. It has gotten bonkers. I don't know if you've seen the Wes Allen ad that now has an AI raccoon in it. Have you seen this yet?
I haven't.
I'm going to have to send it to you.
Or we can get her reaction to it, since she actually
she hasn't. Can she see it?
Yeah.
She can see it. Okay.
Hold on. Let me get it set up. I'll tell you when it's ready.
Pause. Just hold on. We're going to show you this video. This is where we are in Alabama politics. And you're talking about messaging. Historically, a runoff election in June is just low turnout. Anyway, everybody's at the beach. Nobody wants to think about corrupt politicians.
Totally.
Then you get into this. It has been such a negative election cycle, and not just negative, but we've moved into the realm of the absolutely ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And I've probably said too much. Do you have it pulled up?
No, it's gonna take me a second.
Okay, it's gonna take me a second. But we have moved. We've jumped the shark, and you're too young to know what that means. But in the television show Happy Days, do you even know what that is?
I do. I've heard my parents reference it. I've never seen it. So,
okay. Well, ask your dad about the Fonz. Okay. So in Happy Days, the Fonz is water skiing, and he literally jumps over a shark. He's water skiing. So that's where the saying "we've jumped the shark" comes from. Like, we've moved into the realm of just stupid.
Yeah.
Today, I woke up to text about this video that you were about to watch. After we watch it, I want to talk about how do ads like this, how does the negative campaigning, how does the petty back and forth affect turnout affect messaging because I love politics and I am over it. You got it?
Yep.
Okay. What?
John Wall's pet raccoon. I live with him in his house. I sleep with him in his bed, so I know John Wall. Wall made up a fake identity to cheat in elections. Wall refused to vote for Trump. And Wall celebrated Ramadan in a Muslim mosque. Oops, gotta go. Time for bed.
I'm crying, first of all. Okay, and I will say, like, okay, first of all, I love Wes Allen. I hope he wins. I think he's great. Second of all, John Wall. Whatever, but I mean, there's endless ammo there for an ad. The guy has some weird, mysterious background. His name's like Nehemiah or something. Whatever. He's a nice guy too. Whatever. But I think the AI ads, it's so funny to me. Alabama is always, as we know, even with like fashion and things like that aren't political, always so far behind. And then you have now, like, I think Spencer Pratt I can confidently say he pretty much championed the whole like AI ad space in the political realm. So you have other people like wanting to chime in and catch up. I think it's funny. Like, I think the negative ads, I mean, they're only so effective. I think if there's like a real message there that like the general public doesn't know that this person is corrupt or whatever, get a PAC to put it out or something. But like, it doesn't need to come from the candidate. You know what I mean? I think that it would probably it's almost like you're a kid, like, hey, look what he did. Look what he did. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like, I don't know. I think it all comes off a little immature. And I think it's very easy in a campaign cycle to get caught up on like how much you really want to win and how much you really want to beat the other person. So like, let's bog it down with the negative ads and move on. But I really don't find them very effective. But I don't know if you're, an older person sitting at home in Alabama watching the news and like something like that pops up, or like these ads that are like super scary, like making them look like they've like sided with AOC and the Democrats. It's like they might believe it. So it just kind of depends on your audience. But
do you think you can overplay it too much?
Yes, 100%.
I think you've got to be.
I think like you have to have the receipts to back up your claims if you're going to say some stuff like negative towards your candidate. You really have to be ready to go at bat because, I mean, look at Jared Hudson. Like these negative ads about him, he's like coming out with all these videos on social media being like, false. Here's the receipts. And like, he's just trying to clear his own name. I respect that. But it's just part of the game. I know that sucks, but it's part of politics. There's always going to be negative ads. There's always going to be a spin on how we can do this and that. And it's just part of it. But
I just can't believe we're to raccoons, which apparently Charlie was actually a pet somewhere in the John Wall orbit. I don't know if
I don't understand the John Wall. Like, I don't know enough. He's great. Like, I've met him. I think he did great as a party chair, or chairman, whatever. But I just, I've heard so many bizarre stories, and I'm just like, who is this guy? I don't understand it. I would love to know more.
Well, maybe that's the point of Charlie. I just don't know why Charlie the raccoon, who is now passed on to glory. Okay, Charlie the raccoon is no longer with us.
Let him rest.
Just let him be. And that's what I posted on X. I was like, what's Charlie ever do to Wes Allen? Like, why we got to bring in, and that's something that's really bothered me about this election cycle is not only has it been about the candidates and their policy and their position and maybe their history, it's gotten to where family members of candidates, staffers of candidates, where the periphery people have been brought in. And I can't handle that. And now we've got Charlie.
That's, it is, you touched on this and I do want to expand on it. The people don't realize when you run for office, your entire family is running. Anything any of them have ever done can and will be used. Like, look at Hunter Biden. Like, he's just some kid who grew up with probably way too much money access and like obviously made some horrible life decisions. I'm not sympathizing with him by any means, but like, he's still someone's kid. And he has been dragged through the mud. I mean, and that's just what you sign up for when you run for office. You have to understand that anyone in your family has said or done will be used for you or against you. And it's just part of it nowadays. I don't agree with it, but I don't see it changing.
Yeah. Okay, JP, you want to ask all your questions about the claw on the lawn?
I mean, now that we can get to the real story.
Yeah, he's been so bored just listening to all this.
I'm so sad I can't go. I'm going to be out of town. I'm actually flying to California, but it's insane, y'all. It's huge. First of all, it's bigger than the White House, or it looks like it optically, at least. But it's insane, and like you can see them testing out the lights and stuff at nighttime. It's going to be really cool. I assume it will. I think there's like 60,000 people going, so it's going to be.
Where do you put 60,000 people, and how do you not destroy the lawn?
Oh, it'll be resodded by the next day, like before the sun even comes up. They run a tight ship over there, I'm sure. But it's going to be so cool. And honestly, I love this for the president. He loves UFC. Him and Dana White are friends. It's his birthday. Like, I think it's just cool.
So Caitlin's for the blood and guts.
I don't get the whole UFC of it all. I'm not a UFC fan. I don't get the whole, like, I'm not going to pay money to go watch people punch each other. I'll just
this is where my two worlds collide.
On?
I mean, I don't know if I can format it to 3 people,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, I've been a UFC fan ever since I was in high school, and I was obviously into politics. So this is like a funny 2 worlds colliding moment. It is going to be a big spectacle. I'm just curious to see. It's just going to be bizarre to see the White House behind the octagon. I think the illusion and the scenery will be the most bizarre part, obviously. Like, why is the White House behind the UFC octagon?
Who's fighting?
And I have no idea. Like, I have no clue. Any of the fighters. I know that they have a weigh-in Saturday night at the Lincoln Memorial. That's all set up as well. So it's literally insane, but I love it. I think it's so fun.
I give up. I just can't. Is this real life?
Yeah, it's awesome.
No cap.
Welcome to the show.
I will say it is funny though.
You say
And
no cap.
I said no cap. We do a Gen Z word of the day, and you know I'm trying to incorporate it, and that was no cap. But Donald Trump has Riz. He can pull this off.
I'm crying.
No cap. It's gas.
It's gas.
No, he can though. I think it's cool, and like whatever. People are gonna say what they want.
Well,
it's still gonna happen. I'm sure there'll be many protesters.
You need to send in. No, you won't be here. I was gonna say you need to go take live video for us.
I know. I think Harris is gonna go, so I'll get some video from him.
He can be our roving reporter.
Yeah.
Okay. We need some man on the street video from Harris for sure. Okay. We're going to coordinate that. Have a fabulous weekend. Let's talk. We'll be watching. Maybe we can get our group chat going on Tuesday night for the election. Will you be back in DC, or will you still be in California?
Yeah, I land at like 5 p.m. on Tuesday, so I'll be alert.
We'll try and keep you updated on what time zone you're in and when you need to tune in.
Thank you.
Caitlin should call, because we haven't told everybody yet, but we're gonna do a election night show. We won't be doing our regular show from 10 to noon on Tuesday. We're gonna do something from probably like 7 to 9.
Okay.
If you're not jet lagged, you should tune in.
Super jet lagged.
It'd be fun. All right. Thank you. It was good to see you. You're awesome and fabulous and all those things. And we will catch up soon.
Bye. Thank y'all.
She's so cute. I've missed her. She's so feisty too. Man. Okay. That'd be awesome if we can get Harris to send us some videos.
So I don't know who, I don't think it's 60. I think it's around 20,000 in terms of people that are actually going to be there.
That's a lot.
And it's not obviously tickets. It's like specific select people. I think Dana actually said over half of it is going to be like military personnel of like the military in DC. Like they got access to come and watch. I guess it's kind of like a morale booster for the DC National Guard and all they're doing. And then the rest was like super specific. Like it wasn't just, hey,
come buy a ticket to the White House lawn.
Specific selected. But I think they said there's going to be a viewing area with like a massive screen of like 100,000 or something, like seats in the massive part where people can watch, but not actually there, obviously around the octagon. But
so who is fighting?
Ilya Topuria is fighting Justin Gaethje. That's the main
I don't
event.
even know why I asked because
And then the co-main event is Alex Pereira, who's one of my favorite fighters. He's fighting Cyril Gane. But the problem is Justin Gaethje's the American on the main event, and he's probably going to get knocked out cold. I hate to say it.
Does anybody care though?
I don't know. Ilya is the UFC's megastar right now. Gaethje is like 38. This is his last chance to win the belt, but he's an American and he was kind of next in line, but Ilya could just like destroy him in front of everybody. And that would suck though. We need an American to win at the White House.
Sean Strickland?
He actually he's not allowed there.
At the White House?
Yeah.
Why?
He claims it's because of his anti-Jewish statements, he said. Dana said that was baloney. He's not banned. He just wasn't invited.
Whoa, there's drama in the octagon. I didn't know that.
So Strickland, after he won the belt like 2 weeks ago, he went into the post-fight press conference, and he saw on the camera his face. He had like a bloody nose. His nose was like super bruised. And he goes, "Oh, I look awful. I look like I'm from APAC."
Oh shoot.
Yeah. So, but
that's why you love him, because he just says it, but I guess you got to take the consequences when you say it.
It's been a whole thing.
It's been a whole thing. Well, when is this? Sunday?
Sunday. I don't know why. It's normally on Saturdays, but I guess because Trump's birthday is on Sunday, they made it Sunday. And it's not July 4th week. Because this is supposed to be the 250 celebration, but then they moved it up to Trump's birthday.
That's okay. There's lots to coordinate over there. Hey, we only have a few minutes, don't we?
Yeah, we have like a minute and a half.
Oh, shoot. I was going to say we don't have time to montage.
No, we probably should montage on the other side.
So I do want to talk about next week. Monday's going to be a big show. We have potentially 3 candidates coming on. Potentially. Last minute hearings from candidates. And I think with those, honestly, I was thinking about those interviews, and I think we just let them tell us what they think voters need to know.
Yep. I mean, it is their last appeal.
Let them talk. And then on Tuesday. What's up, brother? We will not be here from 10 to 12. We actually will be here from 7 to 9-ish?
Like 7:15.
Maybe 7:30. And I think we don't have all the details down yet, but we're going to do a little watch party, a little election night bingo.
Election night reactions.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to get people out in all these different election night parties and have some live reports. We can make some predictions. We need to get Will Ainsworth back on. So
hopefully results come in while we're live.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty quick. They're only going to have like 150 ballots.
That's
count.
true.
It shouldn't be difficult.
But I mean, the election day tailgate for the primary was pre-voting, and this one will be post-voting.
Yep.
And I got asked by like 4 people at the Runoff forum if we were doing something on election day. So
we are.
The people want.
We're switching it up. What are you going to wear?
Oh my gosh. You know, it's funny. Whenever I went back and watched when Jared was y'all couldn't hear Jared on the election day, the primary at the tailgate.
Yeah.
And I had to come in frame to fix it. Jared's face when he saw my American swim trunks, his face, he literally goes,
You took the tailgating.
It was so hot. It was so hot. I wasn't wearing jeans. I wasn't planning on being on camera.
Oh, JP, that's funny. That's what you get for showing up in American flag swim trunks to work. We'll be back.
And that's the distance between Marion, Alabama, and Tuscaloosa. So it's the distance that students actually travel to go to this community and serve.
Wow. So let's talk about another aspect that you brought up, and that is you're a musician.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about your talent.
Yes.
And the ways that you're able to use that,
Mhm.
because it's not just that night that we are performing.
Exactly.
We're using it a lot.
Yeah. So on the night of competition, I performed I Dream to Dream from Les Mis. And I grew up a choir kid and a theater kid. And so that is like the one time now in my adult life that it gets to shine. And so I love the opportunity to perform in competition, and it is really special, but it's a very useful skill, like you said, outside of that. And especially this year with the semi-quincentennial celebration and America's 250th birthday, with 4th of July coming up, the partnership between American Village, House Bill 407, there are so many developments, both within our communities and also within the organization, that made me really excited about being able to use this skill to honor my state and nation by singing the national anthem. And I got to do that over 30 times as Miss Birmingham, because the sports teams, that pro sports teams and otherwise, found out that that was something I could do. I started to get calls, but it's also something I'm excited about as Miss Alabama.
That is awesome.
Can we pivot?
Yes.
Pivot. Because I want to know, okay, y'all don't, it drives me crazy. I can't even watch. We were at the lake house this weekend, and our plan was to like all get together Saturday night and watch the pageant.
Okay.
I don't know why y'all don't live stream. I wish you would. If anybody's watching, please do, because we actually really want to watch. But we get snippets all throughout the week of kind of what the week looks like. And it is wild, all y'all have to do. So take us through behind the scenes. What does that week look like? And do you sleep?
A little bit.
Okay.
Just a bit.
Because I
Just a
wanted
bit.
to be like, oh, please go take a nap. Like on the schedule today, nap
Yes.
time.
Yeah. So actually, I have a wonderful traveling companion as Miss Alabama, and she built a nap into my schedule.
Did she
this is
really?
the day after Miss Alabama, and the first few days of being Miss
Time out.
Alabama.
You have travel companions?
I do, and they are wonderful.
Does everybody have a travel companion?
You are always with somebody unless there's like a special situation. But yes,
So
you
it's like
always
your
have-
handler or your
Yes.
camp mom?
So they will carry your bag, or they'll be your buffer. So
yes.
sometimes you do need people to get you out of somewhere, because you'll
They're
have
like
several speaking engagements that day.
Mhm.
They'll help you with your outfits. Yes.
Oh, this is after you win.
After
Yes.
you win.
Oh, this isn't
I was
during
just telling
the
a
week.
funny little story, but I will tell you about the week. But
Okay.
okay.
Okay. So you got a nap. Way to go, travel companion.
Yes, way to go, Robin. Thank you for my nap the day after Miss Alabama.
Hey, Robin.
And
schedule naps.
yes, and so, but during the week, it is a crazy schedule, but it's also really fun. And they split you up into 3 groups, and so it's Alpha, Mu, and Sigma. I've always been a Sigma. I don't know why I love it, but it's a great schedule, and it always ends up being a great group of girls, and I get the same dressing room mom each year. And so, shout out Katrina. And so we're just gonna
I
go
need
through
a
the
dressing
list.
room mom. I could use some help. Okay, that's awesome.
Yes. And so I had a wonderful group this year. For the first 2 days, you check in on Sunday. We go straight to rehearsals. You learn the opening number. That's really fun. Stress hasn't necessarily set in yet. So this is like a really low pressure setting for us to all get to know each other. Monday, golf tournament, then rehearsals. People start interviews on Tuesday. Some of us rehearse on Tuesday. Sometimes we'll even visit a sponsor on Tuesday if time allows for one group. And so a lot of us are going in different directions, but about by Wednesday, you are sequestered to that group. And I ended up having just the most wonderful women in my group this year, and it defines your experience. And so I love the way that they do it, where you get to be with the full group at the start, and then you kind of narrow down to people that you've gotten to know and really poured into about Wednesday. And then Wednesday through Saturday, like those are your girls.
So when seems like a lot to coordinate.
It is.
Oh,
it's a
and
well-oiled
so do they
machine.
just give
It
everybody a
is.
schedule, like, you know, at 9:05 you have to be here, and is it all on you? You don't have a
So-
a handler, you don't have a
You
travel
do.
companion.
There's like there
Oh,
are,
you have
yeah, you've
okay.
got like hundreds of volunteers in the organization. And so
Yes.
for pageant week, you have
Is there a
pageant
Sigma
moms.
mom?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
There's
okay.
a mom, and she's responsible for that group, but then there's another mom in that group. Then there are dressing room moms. There are moms who
So
feed
there's
you.
yes. So there's our pageant moms.
So you have help. Okay.
Yes, there's our pageant moms, which stay with us all week, and it's one person to each group. And so that is Katrina. And then we also have, and then so many more, like Julianne and Sandra. And Sandra's been there for a very long time.
Yes,
and
she
so
has.
she is
Okay.
someone that like Miss Alabama's from all the years can really come together and say she's just wonderful. But we also have dressing room moms, and this is a different skill set. So they're getting you where you need to be. They're keeping up with 100 girls going 100 different directions, trying to get ready for competition. And they are wonderful as well. But all of these people work together in this well-oiled machine to make it happen for us.
Have you ever been a mom?
I haven't been a mom. I've been on the board before. And so I was in charge of the fashion show for a long time. But these moms zip, button, snap, tape, spray. Like it's unbelievable. Everybody has their job. They know their job. They do their job. And everyone is friends. It is a giant family reunion every summer.
Yes.
It's true. Isn't that right?
And even for me, like having competed last year, I was really nervous about going in and everyone knowing each other, because this is an organization that girls love so much. They will come back and compete for 6 years straight until they age out. And
welcome back to The Right Side. I'm Allison Sinclair with JP. We're all alone. The kids are alone. Abs is gone. She'll be back Monday, I guess. She's just been casually like, I won't be here tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
I won't be here tomorrow. She's earned it though.
Oh, she has. I mean,
we can do it.
She's got to do her deep state priorities on the commission.
She has to go be an establishment hack in Montgomery. I get it.
I love this has become my thing. I've been telling Abs, like, whenever she says, like, she's, well, not nervous, but she's like, I don't know what to expect with this. And she was saying that yesterday. She was like, I don't know what to expect. You know, it's me tomorrow, whatever, all these new people. And I go, Abs, look, think about it. Nobody else in that committee or that commission has a crown. Nobody else is Miss Alabama. So they may have a crown, but it ain't that crown.
They are just normal, average, uninteresting people that don't have. That was what I felt like in between Amy Beth and Ruby Tillman. Which, have you seen all the people coming after her about? Oh yeah, you sent us that AL.com. AL.com was actually defending her.
That one was.
Yeah, but if you read the rules, she clearly can be, done born in Florida. All you have to do is go to school, be a resident, be in school.
Yeah.
And she is.
Yeah.
And she loves Alabama.
I saw it was fun because
just like Freddie.
There was another AL.com article the day the interview happened. It was almost like right after the interview happened this week. And she was telling us off air about how she's been getting railed from people about her being from Florida. And then, but AL.com did a I'm just asking questions article of like, is it weird that the Miss Alabama was born in Florida? But yeah, I mean, she did pass all the rules. So and that's just the weird things that people, they just want to be upset about something.
Yeah. I not gonna lie. Low key, no cap. I'm just gonna see how many I can do in a day.
High key, no cap.
High key, no cap, for real, for real. My aura was not farming. My aura was mid.
Yeah, that's good, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
My aura was mid when I went to look her up after she won, because I had never heard of her. And I was like, Panama City, Florida. But I mean, I'm from Tennessee.
Yeah. And you're the power. You are the Alabama power.
Who do I think I am?
Or excuse me, the power of Alabama.
I don't have a crown. I have a hat that has an index card that says the power, and that's it.
Where's that hat? Is that hat? Or did we?
The hat's over here.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's over here. But yeah. So yeah, she should have taken her crown, but she can't wear it. I didn't know that.
She's not going to play it up, so I have to play it up for her. Of like, Abs, you are Miss Alabama.
I remember asking her one time when it was at home. I'm like, do you just vacuum in your crown? Like if I was having a bad day, I would go get my sash and crown and do the dishes and feel better.
Like nobody's got nothing on you.
I used to be amazing. Now I'm just stuck in this kitchen. Okay, are we gonna montage?
We will montage.
Do we have any texts or anything?
We had text earlier from I think our last text was Brad from Crampston about sparkling water.
I I love it when people text in, but we forget to read them.
I know, and maybe people think, why would I text?
Yeah, why am I going to take time to do that?
I'm sorry.
Any comments on the live stream? Okay.
But if you're watching and want to comment.
Yeah, I
we'll
think
read
it's fun.
Yeah, it is.
It makes me giggle. All right, let's montage.
For news.
But this one will have people watching, probably over, 1 billion people all over the world. 1 billion people all over the world will be watching America celebrate its 250th birthday with the White House in the background and some of the best athletes in the world in that octagon. And we're happy to be a part of that.
35 years for a kid who had decided to go under a tent that was not his team's tent as it was raining, and simply didn't want to be put out in the rain by some random kid that he didn't know who was larger than him. Listen, a lot of people don't know what it is to live as a black person in this country, but just like you can give the benefit of the doubt to so many police officers when they go out and they shoot some black unarmed person, even though they are trained, the fact that there was little to no mercy seen or humanity seen when this black boy said that I was scared.
The big headline: if all goes according to plan, CEO Elon Musk could become the world's first trillionaire. In addition, and this is important, some 4,000 employees will become millionaires, at least on paper, due to their stock options.
I'm Charlie, John Wall's pet raccoon. Wall made up a fake identity to cheat in elections. Wall refused to vote for Trump. And Wall celebrated Ramadan in a Muslim mosque. Oops, gotta go. Time for bed.
I just love how the raccoon said in a Muslim mosque.
Which is actually how you're supposed to say it. He is phonetically correct.
I just love how the raccoon was like, John, whoa, his hands in a Muslim mosque.
The raccoon is also as big as the door.
Yeah, he's a massive raccoon.
But how cute where he's like in his little eye mask sleeping in bed with John.
I know.
Wait, that's actually John. That's like actually John in a suit in the bed.
I bet John Wall does sleep in a suit. He looks awkward when he's not in a suit.
Wait, it has an Instagram account on it. Raccoon Charlie.
What?
Hold on, we got to go to Instagram.
Okay, so that's the story. This was Brittany's raccoon.
Yeah, his fiance.
And she had an Instagram account for
Hold on.
Charlie, but now he's dead. Charlie should have been a Sinclair. I mean, we've had geese, we've had rabbits, we've had dogs, we've had hamsters,
Paralyzed cats. So this is the real Charlie, raccoon Charlie.
Wait, can you
look how big that raccoon is?
I can't see it because it's can. I wonder what the story is. Okay, forget it. We're having Brittany on. We're not. I don't even want to talk to John about the election.
Look at him. Look at that.
This reminds me of Peanut. You know, the one they had to euthanize?
Yeah.
So they probably rescued Charlie and then.
Look at that.
Aww. I want a Charlie.
You're trying to make me hate a pet raccoon.
Yeah, what?
Look at him. He's so cute.
I don't know why we had to bring Charlie into this. Rip
Charlie.
Look, there's Charlie with an American flag.
Yeah, he's a patriot.
Is that Brittany? I can't see.
Yeah, it is.
I just, I've seen it all.
Yeah.
Why we gotta drag everybody through this?
Rip Charlie.
Man.
I just want to, whenever we get closer to runoffs, I guess the candidates think they need to amp up and get more negative. But they I guess they had that one in the chamber. It's like, you know what? Friday before the runoff, release the Charlie one. Release
Bring
the
out
raccoon.
the Kraken.
Bring out the raccoon one. Like that's gonna be like, no.
John Wall sleeps with raccoons.
I was gonna vote for John. But
I've got photos.
Can you imagine at like the local like saloon or the salon and like the old
saloon or salon?
The salon.
Both.
And the grandma's like, I think I'm gonna vote for that John Wall. And they go, now, Miss Wilma, listen. Did you know that he has a pet raccoon and he sleeps in the bed with the raccoon? Like, no. Like, yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. What's the difference in a raccoon and a cat?
And a dog.
And a dog?
There isn't.
I think Wes Allen is a raccoonist.
Yeah, he's raccoon phobic.
He has a phobia, and I think we need to intervene.
I saw it, I was like, seriously? I think that was when I saw that I went, I'm just ready for this to be done.
I hope this makes national news.
Can Tuesday just get here?
I hope this makes national news for so many reasons. But it's kind of the sweetest. It might be the cutest ad of the election cycle.
It could earn John votes. He would be like, that's cool. He's got a pet raccoon.
It might backfire almost.
Yeah, like, no, but you're not listening. The raccoon is telling you he went to a Muslim mosque.
I'm still stuck on the eye mask. That's where everybody gets stuck. This big hand.
Wow.
It's just cute.
I just love how they actually AI John in bed with the raccoon.
It's so cute.
I
mean, he is a butterfly farmer. He loves nature.
Yeah. I don't, if someone has a pet raccoon, like there's a lot of things you have a pet. I could be like, a raccoon is not one of them. They are actually good pets. And even like skunks, if you take out the
squirter.
Yeah, they're actually good pets too. So no, yeah.
What is this going to be like with the Jared Hudson, Barry Moore, the Moore campaign? Brilliant pivot that Jared Hudson hates the National Guard.
Yeah.
Wes Allen hates raccoons.
Allen.
You can never support Wes Allen.
Wes Allen murdered my raccoon.
You really want to know the true story of Charlie?
Wes Allen killed my raccoon. Can you imagine that? He goes on an interview and he's like, John, what do you have to say about this ad about you? What's funny, Wes is doing that because he actually killed my raccoon.
You know how we say they'll kill your dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have video of Wes Allen's.
Charlie.
Okay, I'm not going to say what I wanted to say.
That's just funny. And that actually, I'm here for that. I'm here for the Muslim
mouse.
He says it correctly. Charlie was smart.
And a Muslim mouse.
Oops, gotta go.
He's so good with his hands. He's like, listen.
What if he started doing this? Presidential.
Yeah.
Okay, Elon Musk is about to be a freaking trillionaire.
Yeah, so SpaceX went public today with its stock. I think it's
what's it trading at right now? Can you please tell me?
Yeah, let me look up.
I think it had to stay above 140 to get to the $1 trillion mark.
It's at 164 right now.
It was at 135 this morning.
So it is the biggest IPO ever. SpaceX. It pops 20%. This is CNBC from 9 minutes ago. And so this would make Elon the first trillionaire.
What do you do with all that?
Try to get us on Mars.
I guess restore brains.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, it's not liquid. I wonder how much liquid money Elon actually has, like in the bank.
I did see that BlackRock is trying to buy like $50 billion. 50 billion? Yeah. A ginormous amount of stock. And that's the thing when you go public, you can't dictate who buys your stock. Mm-hmm. I'm sure it's not over 50%, but that's not really who you want to be a large investor.
And I'm just well, obviously I've known Tesla's been public, but I didn't know SpaceX wasn't public until now.
Imagine however many years ago, somebody coming to you and pitching SpaceX. Like, there's no way you can take on NASA.
Kind of did.
Yeah.
I mean, NASA did just, well, I'll say, I think if it wasn't for SpaceX, NASA wouldn't be doing like what they just did of having, the mission around the moon, because they got fat and lazy and shut down pretty much all of their shuttle programs. But, and I find it funny too, whenever leftists are like, there should never be anybody that's a trillionaire and all. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, the guy is trying to advance civilization to other planets and to Mars. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine if he becomes a trillionaire and he's genuinely trying to expand our species, and we could have humans on Mars eventually because of this guy. Like, yeah.
Why shouldn't you have trillionaires? I
Well-
mean, the thing is, where do you cut the line? Well, there are a lot of people that probably say you shouldn't have millionaires. You shouldn't have billionaires.
Yeah. They just want to take your money. They want everybody to be on an equal playing field, everybody to have the same amount of money. And that Elon could give, if Elon just spent like a small fraction of his net worth, there'd be no homeless people on the face of the earth. I'm like, give me a break. Okay, yeah. So then they give him the money and then they go and they spend it all on crack and then they're homeless again. Does Elon need to give another fraction of his percentage of,
Well, and you could argue that if the person that makes $100 a day, if they gave a homeless person 10%, that person wouldn't be hungry for the day. But they don't like to play that game.
Yeah. I just I guess today was the first day I found out SpaceX wasn't public, but gosh, it's
kind of a big deal.
It is.
Jasmine Crockett still losing her mind.
So have you seen this new trend that's starting to go viral about what these people are posting AI pictures of them peeing on Austin Metcalf's grave?
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, there's it's becoming a trend of people on Facebook.
I did see the Somalian migrant woman in the leopard print dress reenacting the beheading or the attempted beheading of the guy in Belfast. Disgusting.
Here, I'll put up this picture, but this is like, let's see, and then tell me if I need to reframe it on there so you can see it.
I get the idea. Wow.
I just noticed, excuse the language on one of the posts, but that's the pictures.
I can't read it. It's too far away.
But so this is becoming into a massive anti-white, in which it really always was. But this is the thing. They hate white people. They want white people to be killed. They want white people to be beheaded in the street. They want black kids to just stab white kids in the heart and then walk away free. It is. But here's the thing, though. If they want it to turn into a race war, they are the aggressors in it, in terms of they being the Jasmine Crockett's, the people posting AI pictures of them pissing on Austin's grave. Like, this is a kid. This was a 18, 17-year-old kid that just got stabbed in cold blood in the heart. But that's sort of the issue. What they claim white people are, they are. It's the pot calling the kettle black, because they don't care about what anybody does. If you're black, then we support you. And then we will be anti-white. It's like one thing to just say, "Oh, I don't agree with the verdict of the case." It's one thing to go and protest outside the courthouse and saying the only good crack is a dead cracker. The only, all the stuff Jasmine Crockett's saying, and then put AI pictures of you peeing on a dead kid's grave. Like, can you imagine if a person AI them peeing on George Floyd's grave? They would be canceled. Like,
so the clip I just sent you. Oh, shoot.
It's fine. I'll put it back up.
No,
it's my fault because I forgot my laptop.
No, you don't have to do it. But I just sent you a clip of this lady who is black, and she says all the things that we said the other day. And I wonder if they're like, she's probably going to get canceled now, because you'll when you hear what she says, she actually speaks common sense, but she's going to get ostracized because she's not following the narrative of what the black community seemingly, not all.
Yeah.
But it gets drowned out. And then you wonder why race relations are at such an all-time low, because there's no respect for just a human life. I would think that, okay, we can debate what happened with George Floyd, but I don't remember any white people going and peeing on his grave. We just wouldn't do that.
Here, we'll play the video real quick.
Yeah.
Anthony case just has me weary in my soul. At the end of the day, no matter what color you are, you don't have a right to take anybody's life. Only God is the giver and the taker of life. And if it were the other way around, y'all would want him under the jail. I literally watched a video of a woman saying, what is she gonna tell her 5 black sons now? I have an idea. Tell them don't murder nobody. Don't take weapons to school. Don't kill each other. Tell them stuff like that.
But she's going to be ignored.
Yeah, exactly. And it never, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but whenever I hear Jasmine Crockett be like, he just didn't want to be put out in the rain. Like, so you can stab someone in the heart. It'd be one thing if, you know, he punched him or something. I mean, even that wouldn't be, but he stabbed him in the heart. And he sat there, he laid there and died in his brother's arms while he was bleeding out of his chest.
Mm.
He just didn't want to get put out in the rain. Like, are you that? And this is where I have to come to are you that stupid, or are you purposefully trying to start a race war? Both are equally disturbing because you're a representative in Congress. But I think a bit, and I'm like, you're either that brainwashed into thinking that you are such the constant victim that a white kid bleeding out of his chest in his brother's arms is okay because the black kid didn't want to be put out in the rain. And you just don't understand what it's like to be a black person. This bigger, stronger, scarier white kid. He didn't want to be out in it. It's like, but then that's sort of there's no humanity. It's almost like they don't view white people as humans because they don't have that thought of, well, I mean, it's just a white, yeah, he just bled out.
Who cares?
Yeah.
It is, this goes back to the toxic empathy discussion, which we usually frame it differently, but let's see, how do you say this? Okay. Like in the Bible, it talks about if somebody steals bread, steals from you because they're hungry, you can be empathetic towards that, and you can be empathetic towards their situation. But even the Bible says they're still a thief, and there still are consequences to that. So you can be empathetic towards him having to go stand in the rain, or maybe what he went through as a child. I don't know. But you can't just kill people. And there are still, this is absolute tyranny in our country if this is the path that we go down. You know, oh, well, he was really hungry, therefore he murdered that entire family and took everything out of the refrigerator, but he was hungry. And that it's a really dangerous path.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work out well because, again, it goes back to eventually the left or the right eat their own. It's going to be used against you. It's going to be used against Jasmine Crockett. We've seen it with, what was his name? Swalwell, Eric Swalwell, whatever. You know, Graham Plattner can have a pass for beating women and being a Nazi and whatever he did, but we needed Swalwell to go. If you don't have rules, there are no rules.
Yep. And here's the angle too. The Anthony family got to relocate into a gated community because they raised almost $634,000 on GoFundMe. So the black kid stabs a white kid in cold blood, and the family gets almost $634,000, can rent a $900,000 home in a gated community with a new car, and the Metcalfs don't have their son. Do they get a new house? Do they get a new? But that right there, that image just shows you everybody automatically thinks that the black kid did no wrong, and you're willing to help them move to a gated community. So Austin Metcalf, his blood, bought the Anthonys a new house, a new car, and they get to just kick because it was a white kid. Who cares?
And why did they say they had to move to a gated community?
Security, legal fees. And actually now Carmelo Anthony is claiming he doesn't have enough money for a lawyer for his appeal. Which honestly, I feel bad for Carmelo because maybe his family used him as a pawn to go to trial so that they can just keep raking in the money.
Somebody will bail him out. Somebody will pay for it because he's innocent.
Yeah.
All right, we have Clown World.
Yeah.
Do we have Clown World?
We do.
My favorite part of the week. We'll be back.
Is something like a testament to the organization, but also something rather intimidating to walk into.
Yeah.
But they welcomed me in. And when I came back this year, I felt like I had been there for a decade. And even with new girls coming, we had half of our class this year was first-time girls.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And that was super special too, because you had even me who had only been there for a year, and I don't have all the expertise, but I have some knowledge of what the schedule's like and when you can sneak in a little bit of rest or when you can chat with your mom. And even seeing girls who had only competed once be able to invest in younger girls, and then the moms making a conscious effort, knowing that so many of us were new, to really pour into us and give us just the peace of mind of having a knowledge of what's coming next. And so it's a special, special thing for sure.
So today you're moving, which is great. She's
Yes.
don't worry, she's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But you were going to be doing something else. So you're keeping your roommate. We will not, I'll let you say it or not. But tell everybody what was going to happen, because at the beginning of the interview, you mentioned it. But I would love to talk about that and your plans once you do get to medical school, what you're going to study, what you're going to pursue as your specialty.
Absolutely. So I was supposed to start medical school on July 27th, and that was something I was really excited about, and I had worked hard for a long time. And my parents were definitely team go to med school until, I really began to invest in a vision for what a year as Miss Alabama could look like. And they were very supportive at that point, and everyone kind of came alongside me to help me figure out logistics for pivoting what the next year would look like. And I called UAB because I was supposed to go to UAB Heersink School of Medicine, and I was actually going on a full tuition scholarship.
Wow.
And so Miss Alabama means a lot to me, to be able to be here and have that also waiting for me when I'm done. And so I talked to UAB yesterday. They're excited, of course, and they knew even before I emailed them. So
I'm sure
thank
they
you,
did.
AL.com, for outing me. And so I called them and talked to just the dean and the dean of medical education and the person who's over the foundation that was funding my scholarship, and everything is going to be set aside for next year. So I still get to claim this year that I'm an admitted medical student and that I'll be headed there on a recruitment scholarship, which is super exciting. But I'm actually living with an optometry student who I met at Miss Alabama last year, and we were supposed to live together regardless of if I won Miss Alabama or not. But she's a very close friend of mine, and I met her through this. So
very cool.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, that is. And so she's in optometry school. She'll be doing that. You will defer medical school.
Yes.
We'll wait for you until next year. But what does this coming year look like for you?
Yeah. So I've already gotten the calendar shared with me, and it looks like a lot of appearances, which is the part that I am most excited about. And going to Miss America is a dream. It's something that I, of course, dreamed about as a little girl. And with this being my 10th year in the organization, something I thought might be, something I might get to do at some point. And so it's always been something I've looked forward to. But being Miss Alabama is the real privilege for me this year, because I'm a people person. I love to connect with people. I love the communities I've already begun work with in Alabama. I think it's a privilege to be able to put my education on hold for a minute, to be able to continue to invest in them before my attention is taken away. And so a lot of this year looks like completing appearances that people book for me. And a lot of it also looks like meeting with institutions for 57 miles and continuing the mentorship work that I've begun at Samford and Troy to get their programs off the ground. I also have begun work with professional schools to secure in-kind scholarships for Miss Alabama. As the age of competitors rise, so do their educational needs. And I'm certainly an example of that. So it's something that I wanted to leave with the organization as a contribution, knowing my experience within it, because had it not been for my 10 years in this organization and just the skills and the confidence to communicate who I am and what I want to do with my life, I wouldn't have been able to approach UAB, and that would never have worked out. And so it is like my most sincere thank you for my time spent in the organization.
Very sweet.
I mean, what else can you say?
I don't know. I am just so
Ruby.
thankful for you being here. We really appreciate it. I
glad.
feel so super cool between you two.
Oh,
Listen,
You're awesome.
we have a sweet sisterhood. And when you get on the end, I still remember being in the dressing room and taking this off for the very last time, because mine happened in special circumstances, but the group is still the same. The people are still the same. The opportunities are still the same. They've just grown. So we're very proud of you. And our thread was popping off. We have a Miss Alabama text thread on Saturday night. We're very proud of you. Looking forward to watching you as you prepare for Miss America, but also.
Welcome back to the Right Side, where we go there. I'm not sure where there is today because Abs isn't here. There's no telling.
Welcome to the Right Side. We go there and have ear issues.
Ear issues?
Remember you started that with the show.
Oh. We do have ear issues. I don't know what's wrong with my ears. My hat, my hair, everything. I just need to go home.
No, you don't.
Take a nap. Start the weekend.
You look fine. But I can't say that because it's weird. So I have to make a joke that you don't look fine. And then be like, okay.
So, I mean, I rarely wear a hat. That means something. That means I need to go home and take a nap. Before we get to nap time and Clown World, there are a few really good stories that we should do a 3 at 4 or 2 at 11:30 or a 4, whatever. We're going to go through some stories and hit them real quickly because these are things you need to know.
Hey, wait.
It's a 3 or 4, or however many we get through. It's a 3 with 2.
There you go.
You want to start?
No, you go first.
Okay. Tulsi Gabbard just came out. Did you see this?
This
was 2 hours ago, so hopefully not. You've been producing.
No, it's the first thing on my feed when I came here.
Okay. Today, I'm releasing never-before-seen intelligence revealing new evidence of past U.S. government funding for more than 120 biolabs in over 30 countries, including Ukraine. I should have on my tinfoil hat because they said none of this was happening. In support of President Trump's executive order to end federal funding of dangerous gain-of-function research around the world and increase transparency and accountability, ODNI will continue working with partners across the administration to identify where these labs are, what pathogens they contain, and what research is being conducted. They said they weren't there. Remember when this Ukrainian war started 48 years ago?
Yeah.
And we had this whole discussion, and they're like, "This just y'all are stupid." Is that why she had to go? I mean, I know her husband has cancer.
Yeah, there's a lot of speculation from people if that they used her husband's cancer as a reason to push her out. Because I mean, Tulsi, unfortunately, had kind of been fighting a losing battle. I mean, she was like in the swamp in the intelligence community, and she is a genuine person. She's genuinely trying to do right, and obviously, those people don't. They kind of get pushed in the corner. And there are some reports, or not reports, but speculation that Trump was upset with Tulsi because of her. Remember, she said before the Iranian war that there was no evidence that the Iranians were pursuing a nuclear weapons program, and then she was forced to like clarify, what she was saying. So there may have been some friction behind the scenes because Tulsi is very anti-war, and she's just in an area in this swamp of the intelligence community where they're not going to let her really do much. I mean, she had. Yeah, nothing's happened with it, but I think her releasing of the evidence of the Russia collusion hoax, that was the biggest bombshell. And I think one of the biggest achievements that anybody in this administration has done with what she put out with that. So she's been doing great work as much as she's been able to do. But I do think that also put a target on her back. And who knows, maybe I think her husband's cancer is obviously real, but maybe they were like, we're going to say it's because of your cancer, but you're fired.
Maybe she wanted to go.
Maybe. I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised because of stuff like that. Why has there been no arrest with the Russia collusion? I don't get it.
There's no arrests anywhere.
Sure.
Sorry. What you got?
I'm trying to pick here. So Trump has claimed. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to talk about Iran.
That's okay. I think it's good. Just a little bit, not a lot.
Because I also have Iran fatigue. And honestly, I don't believe anything this administration says about Iran because I think they're trying to propagandize us as well as the Iranians. I think they're trying to thread the needle of gain back American support while also head faking the Iranians. So I really don't even, it's like anything they put out, I don't even believe anymore.
Yeah, where are we today?
The Trump administration, yesterday said that the Iran war is settled. Signing may take place in Europe to make it official. Says, today's a big day. we just made a great settlement of the war with Iran, and we're going to be subject to finalization of documents. We should get done over the next few days. Probably have a signing maybe in Europe, and it's a great thing. Stock market's up 1,000 points. That means they like the deal. Oil's dropped. It will start coming down even lower than it was before. You know, obviously the usual Trump stuff. But then President Trump today claimed that Iran is leaking terms of the deal, claiming it's fake news. Trump said the terms that Iran leaked out to the fake news have nothing to do with the terms that we agreed to in writing. Very dishonorable people to deal with. There's no such thing as dealing in good faith with them. They better get their act together and fast. So it's like the usual. Trump says, we got a deal. Iran puts out parts of the deal that make it look like we got fleeced. And then Trump goes, that's just, that's fake. And then the deal doesn't get signed.
Is this after we bombed Iran?
Yeah. So I think we bombed Iran earlier this week, and then Trump put out that he canceled further strikes, which you don't put out that you're canceling strikes. So I was like, what are you trying to achieve by putting that out? But now Trump's mad because apparently they put out these deals that made it look like we lost the deal, and now Trump's crashing out, saying they're dishonorable people. So my guess is we're not actually going to get a deal.
Are we just being owned? We'll see. How would you say that in Gen Z? Are we just a simp?
Being punked.
Are we being punked?
I think so. I think, listen, Iran and Israel are trying to play chess, and the United States is in the middle of it because we put ourselves in the middle of it.
And we're being owned by both of them.
Yeah. We're being drug around because we've entangled ourselves. And look, Iran's doing what they think is best. Israel's doing what they think is best. We're trying to get it to stop because we're suffering with our oil prices, with our Trump suffering with his popularity because of it. And we're just trying to get out. But the only way to get out is to declare a victory. Meanwhile, we're dealing with two people that it's like the two people that are fighting, and you constantly get in the middle and separate them. And then you step back and they just start fighting. And you're
like the octagon.
Yeah. So this is why we shouldn't have entangled ourselves in the first place, because now we're sucked in, and now we got to deal with the Iranians and make them agree to something to declare a victory. It's just not a good look. But
and we have no concept. I feel like we're the annoying family member, and every family has one. I guess sometimes it's maybe me that comes in mid-movie and they start asking all the questions and thinking they can tell you when to pause it and when to start it. And wait a second, I got to do this. Well, I don't like this and this. I don't like that. Israel and these Middle Eastern nations and tribes, countries have been going at it for thousands of years from the beginning of time. And their mindset, and Ab says this all the time, their mindset is so different. We can't comprehend it. We cannot comprehend that Israel looks over at the Middle East and says, those are the lands of our New Testament.
Yep.
Those are the lands that we had until you came in and stole them and took them and conquered the lands. We had to fight for what we have. We will never comprehend the Middle Eastern Muslim, as Charlie says, the Muslim countries going, we hate you, we will kill you, and we are called to conquer you. We just kind of are la, 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 we're building octagons in front of the White House.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, Trump's birthday.
Yeah.
We're 250 years old.
They're thousands of years old.
Thousands. We just don't get it. And we are so in over our heads. So in over our heads. And it shows.
And I think if Trump would have seen this is how it would have ended up, I don't know if he would have done it in the first place. I think he was sold a bag of goods.
Goes back to the Randy Feenstra. If I had known about Zach Lane, can't remember how you say it. Spell his name weird. I would have endorsed him, but I was not given good information. Somebody needs to be fired. Yeah. Fired.
What else you got?
Phil Mickelson.
Oh, gosh.
Phil.
Oh, Phil.
He's always been a biscuit.
He is.
Kind of glad he left. I don't know. What's he doing? Just making millions? Is that all he cares about?
He gets paid like filthy money to play every now and then for Live.
So Phil Mickelson accused of non-consensual, inappropriate contact with a female employee at his home course. Following the allegation, he is no longer a member of the club. Somebody retweeted that and said they ejected him from the course mid-round, stripped him of his membership, and took his pictures off the wall. What do you have to do to get kicked out on hole number 8?
Something bad.
Something bad.
Allegedly.
Yeah, but the stories you hear surrounding him in
Oh,
particular and a lot of athletes, Phil has a history. He's still married, isn't he?
He is.
I think they have arrangements,
I'd say.
weird arrangements and understandings.
Yeah.
May or may not have to do with upside down pineapples.
What is that?
Google it.
Okay. You want me to Google it on my work computer?
Yes, Google it.
Okay.
Right now. Dear Siri.
Siri, what is upside down pineapple? Okay, it's giving me a recipe for one. I'm gonna look up meaning.
No, not upside down pineapple cake.
Okay. Yes.
What does it mean?
A discreet secret symbol within the swingers and consensual non-monogamy communities.
Keyword consensual. Still weird.
Weird.
Still weird. But
Gross.
Phil, I just am always surprised. It's Bill Clinton. I go back to Bill Clinton. Really, you were that brazen. I guess you've gotten away with it for all these years that it's like the Oval Office and you think you'll never be caught.
Yeah.
Poor Phil.
Oh, Phil.
Poor Phil.
Have you seen how Texas Tech, the football program, is handling this situation?
They need a crisis PR manager ASAP. Whoever it is needs to be fired.
So, for those who
Do
don't
you know what movie that's from?
I've heard of it. I don't know the movie.
Fired. The Cat in the Hat.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that would have been from your childhood.
I watched that, yeah.
You're fired.
Fired.
Okay,
Yeah,
anyway.
it's bad. If you don't know what we're talking about, the Brendan Sorsby case, who's the quarterback for Texas Tech, who was suspended for indefinitely by the NCAA for gambling. He gambled over $90,000 worth of his own games when he was at other schools. And then Texas Tech, he transfers to Texas Tech, and then they appeal it to a judge in Texas, and the judge grants an injunction to allow Sorsby to play this season. And it's just a big middle finger to the NCAA. And it kind of ties into like the eligibility stuff where the NCAA says someone's not eligible. Then they just appeal to the court in their local college town and they grant it. It's like the NCAA can't do anything. But this is one where people are genuinely pissed. Like other schools are not playing Texas Tech because of it, not just in football, but any sport. But then Texas Tech's response, the mega booster, like Texas Tech's mega booster, he went on an interview and said, well, it's not like, you know, people are allowed to play after getting DUIs and beating up women, their girlfriends. They're allowed to play. When the Penn State stuff happened, then schools weren't boycotting Penn State. And the interviewer says, okay, well, let me ask you, why do you think this one has gotten people so upset over the others? And the mega booster goes, well, obviously it's because they don't think Texas Tech should be as good as we are. I'm like, okay, sure. And then the head coach went in the press conference and said, people have been allowed to play after murders, after DUI. Like this is nothing compared to that. And it's like, what are you guys doing? Is that seriously the message you decided to go out in public with? But then I don't know if you saw this yesterday, the Texas Tech Athletic the athletic department put out a 21-minute struggle session with like 4 of their, I don't know who this was. I think it's the AD, the football coach, and a couple other members of the athletic program. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see it, but you can hear it. This was part of it. They essentially were like, guys, don't be mad at us. We'll explain. This was one part of it.
In place to ensure compliance with his treatment plan. This was all part of his condition to return to our football program. So this was a well thought out and comprehensive plan that includes ongoing outpatient clinical care, individual and group treatment and therapy. We've set him up with a network of mentors across the country that have similar issues that he can speak with as needed. We've put a custodian of his personal finances in place. We've put monitoring software on his technology devices that ensures that he cannot place bets through that, as well as monitor any activity that he has on those technology devices. And then we also have routine compliance checks that will take place over the course of the next few months to make sure that he's following these orders. So
we're pretty much got him under a microscope constantly and treating him like a kid so then he can play.
You know how this goes?
How?
This is an old school phone. Well, I guess it still makes a noise if you have your ringer on. Doot, 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 doot. Hey, Connor. Listen, I'm going to Venmo you some money. I need you to place this bet for me, but do it through you. Hey, I'll give you a little cut of it too. But yeah, don't tell anybody I called you. If they say I called you, just say we were just talking about this weekend. Thanks, buddy.
Break this phone.
Why? I mean, why can't you not? And they said he did that he had all that what he had. What he had was a bunch of fake accounts that made it look like it. Why can't you still do that?
It's kind of like what the Alabama baseball coach did. Remember?
No.
The Bama baseball coach who got fired 3 years ago for one of Bama's relief pitchers was injured, and he didn't, before putting out in the public, he called his buddy in Cincinnati to go place a massive bet.
Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just one of those things of like, you guys did something so crazy, just shut up and own it and move on. Like but wait, but no, but guys, it's like you're making it worse because now you're saying that the integrity of the game means less. And this is the thing. It's like, morally speaking, obviously a DUI or murder, like you could argue that that's worse than gambling, which obviously is case by case. But the reason this is such an issue is because, DUI and murders, not good. But that didn't have to do with the integrity of the game itself. Whereas if you got somebody betting on their own games, that is a sacredness of the game. That's a trust of the game that is being undermined and deserves to be punished severely in terms of suspensions, not being allowed to play. And you just completely undermine that and did it because he's good. He's a good quarterback. And you went, okay. And it's like, okay, fine. You did that, but own that you did that. You want to win. Okay. Own it. But then don't go, but they're allowed to, and doing these 21-minute, but guys, but listen, it's like, just stop. Like you're not winning anybody over. You're just making it worse. Just own it and move on. Like you did what you did. You wanted to win. The judge granted, fine. But the constant, but we're watching his phone, but he didn't murder anybody. It just zip it. Yeah.
This is the exact argument that they use in Alabama to say we need to legalize gambling. I mean, it's well, everybody else is doing it.
Yeah.
It's all illegal and there's no regulation and the state's not making money and they all get a pass and they all get to do it. So we should be able to do it. No. How about we just punish them all?
Yeah.
How about we just make it all illegal? How about the murderers and the wife beaters and the druggies don't get to play either? Neither do you if you're betting on your team. Toxic empathy.
Yep.
Hey, he has a problem. He has an addiction. And we need to be really, really careful that we don't push him further to that addiction. So let's just give him a pass so he can keep doing that addiction. What?
Yeah. Also, do you know the meme of it's like a person, like a screenshot of a person's text and it says, I ain't reading all that. I'm happy for you though. Or sorry that happened. And TCU, who's a rival of Texas Tech, obviously, they put up this after it says, I ain't watching all that. I'm happy for you though. Or sorry that happened. You got 30,000 likes.
Pretty good.
It's such a mess. But that's just college sports now, unfortunately.
I have one more quick thing to read.
Okay.
Oops, I lost it. Oops. There it is. The Cleveland Clinic has agreed to end youth transgender care and has committed millions of dollars for detransition care. That's huge.
That is huge.
That's all I have to say. But that's big.
Here.
I say we keep going with the trend. Yeah, how am I going to watch Clown World?
I'll put it back up.
Should have never gotten the teleprompter with the monitor because it looks like a thing and then there's not a thing.
Well, it's my fault because I had to take whenever I have to take my laptop home from here, I always forget to bring it back.
You need to add it to your car keys when you have your car keys and you don't have your laptop in your hand. You need to go, something's missing.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, there. Yeah. That's good. It's a little sideways, but I can fix my hat. I got my Candace Owens.
Erica Kirk.
No, I got my Erica Kirk hat and my Candace Owens
drink. Yeah.
Drink.
Okay, Clown World.
Well, folks, after 30 years of me hosting the family 4th of July, I have some updates from my daughter-in-law. Apparently, we're no longer calling it the 4th of July because that sounds exclusionary to people who don't celebrate the 4th of July. No red, white, or blue decorations at all because red is considered triggering and white is exclusionary to other colors. And blue creates emotional pressure for people who are trying not to feel blue.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks! Go!
Nah, gang, nah.
These are two videos of New Yorkers celebrating the Knicks win.
I can't see it. What are you doing? Is that a trash can?
There's no way. No way. He got the penalty on his head.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Sergeant! Where the is your weapon? This is the trans war. You think you can get away with that puny pea shooter? Here, take mine. You'll need this for the times to come. We're in for a rough ride.
Stop it. Get some help.
JP, what did I just watch? What was that? What was that?
An online influencer, I guess, who's talking about the trans war.
And what did he have in his hand?
Some stuffed animal. He's pretending to be a gun.
And what did he say?
He said, "Where's your weapon? This is the trans war. You think you're gonna win with that? Here, take my weapon."
I don't get it.
He's being weird. He's just cosplaying.
Is he a tranny?
I don't know if he is. I think he's
or is he on our side?
He's not on our side.
Oh, that was real?
Yeah.
I thought he was like making fun.
No, that was real.
Stop. Get some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
He needs some help. Man.
By the way, can we this may be one of the greatest videos I've ever seen. After the Knicks win outside of Madison Square Garden.
Is that so he throws the cone?
He threw the cone in the air and landed it perfectly on the guy's head. Here, do you want me to zoom in so you can see it better?
Yeah. Okay.
Now watch this.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks! Go!
Landed
I
perfect.
see it now.
That's just one of the funniest things.
Can you imagine you're walking through minding your own business?
Yeah, the Knicks win, guys. Boom. Cone on your head.
Wait, his arms up like he's fired up about it.
Yeah, he was running around with the guys and he was like, "Yeah, Knicks win." And he's like celebrating. Let me get to the.
Do you not have a reaction? He didn't miss a beat though.
What are the odds? Somebody retweeted it and I said, I guess this is just their year.
And then the guy with the trash can on his head, he must
he's
have
No!
on his head.
Yo! There's no way! No way!
Oh, okay, wait. Let's not act like the bike that he's going to cost the screen of the lady handles didn't happen either.
This is literally clown world.
This is New York.
Okay, now play the last guy again because I need to see that Joker in action.
Oh, and the caption of this video says, time to fight them icky evangelicals. Join the trans army.
Sergeant, where the is your weapon? This is the trans war. You think you can get away with that puny pea shooter? Here, take mine. You'll need this for the times to come. We're in for a rough ride.
Stop it. Get some help.
No way that's real.
It is.
There's zero chance.
It's real.
There is zero. I'm going to need you to send me that tweet so I can do some research. There is no way that's real.
Oh, I'll send it to you.
What was the first one? The 4th of July.
Yeah.
Was she real?
Mm-hmm. She was saying her daughter-in-law gave her all these rules of like no fireworks because it's too loud, and to the oversensitive, and that no red, white, and blue because it's exclusionary. And
White is leaves out all the other color. I mean,
red is exclusionary. Blue makes people who don't want to feel blue. White is racist. So
it makes me just want to be done with it all. Oh, what if that had gone in the trash can? Yeah, it just makes me want to pack up and go home, which I'm going to do anyway because it's time to go. But
about 11:55.
People are stupid. They are absolutely stupid.
You gonna watch the UFC this weekend?
I don't know. I'm contemplating going to Algop headquarters for the 4 o'clock press conference
is
of
Sunday.
transparency.
Are we allowed to go?
Yeah.
We are?
Well, can we not? I mean, hold on. Is there a reason? Have we been uninvited?
Remember, we weren't allowed in the hearing. Or are you just
Yeah,
gonna
but
go?
this is just the chairman speaking to the press afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Hey, can I give you a lapel mic? And if you want, do you want to do a video?
yeah. But we're going to the lake, so I don't know. I might not go. It depends on how things unfold. But yeah, you could meet me there. We could do a whole on location thing.
That's it in Montgomery.
No, it's here.
Oh.
And Hoover.
You know what?
It's right down the street.
If you end up going, text in the treehouse and we can go and cover it.
Okay. Don't forget the microphones.
I won't.
Take them home with you.
They're right here.
Yeah, and don't forget the little dongle. Don't forget your dongle. No, not that dongle. Oh, is that the dongle
this
that
is the
works?
dongle I need for my phone.
Yeah. So what time's the UFC fight on Sunday?
Well, the card. Let's see what time the card.
Does Alabama play this weekend?
They do. I don't know what times.
When? Do you need a nap?
UFC Freedom 250 Sunday, June 14th, 7 o'clock Central.
Oh, we can do both. 7
Yeah.
o'clock Central. We can go to Algop and listen to the
Chairman.
yeah, who
what?
I don't know. I'm just kind of disappointed. And then nobody from the party reached out to me and asked, but I'm not feeling very transparent in this whole transaction.
You don't feel very included.
I don't feel very it's kind of, and I say this all the time, it's like when you go to your kid's room and you knock on the door and the door's locked, and man, they could be in there reading their Bibles, but the more you knock and the less they say, no, you can't come in, you can't be here, you're like, you're doing meth. And so I get not wanting to have a clown show and a spectacle, but the more you say you're going to have to buy the transcript and you can't come in and you can't depose these people and you can't do this and you can't do that and you can't, the more I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah, why not?
We're the party of transparency and goodness and all these things. I mean, but I also see the other side. So we'll see what we find out on
That'd be fun.
Sunday. I'll let you know if I go.
Okay.
Would you rather
live?
Have
okay.
I was going to make something up.
Would you rather live 200 years in the past or 200 years in the future?
1826. I don't know. I'd probably go past.
Yeah.
At least the people were human. I think 200 years in the future, we're going to all be fake.
Yeah, I'd go past.
Yeah. I'll take my chances on the great yonder. What were we doing? Like
we just
gold rush
we
settling
just
things.
finished the War of 1812.
Yeah, I might die in a field in Oklahoma, but I'll take that over like not knowing my neighbors
Yeah, everybody's AI.
and eating like one drop is your full meal.
Eating bugs.
Well, that too. Hey, y'all have a great weekend. For real, though. No cap. Don't have too much Riz and make good choices. And we'll see you Monday on the right side.